Hi Aries, welcome to your August energy reading. My name is Kimberly from the Path Illuminated. If you are returning, thank you so much for your support. If you are new here, welcome. This is still a relatively new channel. I launched it in April and we'll be doing monthly energy readings. If nothing else, it really just depends on my time constraints and very much not trying to burn myself out, which I am a recovering workaholic. I also launched my website at the end of June. So if you are interested in a personal reading, I will leave the link below for you to check that out if you so wish. As I mentioned, I will be doing a collective energy reading for the Aries collective for the month of August. It is July 19th. It's hard for me to keep track, and we are coming to the end of the month, which is crazy. I hope that Cancer season has been treating you well. We've got Leo season coming up. I believe it's on it starts on the 22nd or the 23rd. I think it's the 22nd because I think it's the same day as Venus retrograde, which is July 22nd. And as I always say, I'm not an astrologer, but I do follow astrology. Love astrology. One day I will be an astrologer. Not now, but someday. We just had the new moon in Cancer, as well as the lunar node shifting into the axis of Aries and Libra. So lots of big energetic shifts are happening and will continue to be happening. And once Venus goes retrograde in Leo, I believe we'll have 7 planets in retrograde. In any event, lots going on. So Aries, I hope that you are taking care of yourself. I am going to be doing an energy reading. It is a general reading, so the messages may resonate, they may not. Take what resonates, leave the rest. All right. And always remember, Aries, that you know better than anybody else about your situation in your life. So trust your own guidance and intuition. And remember that you have free will. So if something comes out in the reading that you're not happy with, understand that you can change your perspective. You can change how you deal with the situation. You can change how you deal with people, right? Like you can change how you work with yourself. So never forget that. Energy is fluid. It's constantly shifting and changing. These things are not set in stone, all right? So without further ado, I'm going to start your reading. I'm going to pull 5 cards for the overall energy for August, and then I'll pull clarifying cards, and we'll close it out with a card from the Animal Spirit deck. Thank you, angels, spirits, and guides. Please help me with providing a clear and accurate message for the Aries collective for August. What messages, what guidance, what support, inspiration do you have? That's way too many cards. Do you have for the Aries collective for the month of August? This year is flying by. Just bear with me. I always want to make sure that y'all can see the cards. All right, 2 more cards, Spirit, for the overall energy for Aries for the month of August. 1 more card, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, just gonna take my sweater off here. Give me 1 moment. Cards that we've got out here, and let's get the clarifiers out here. Definitely working on balance with regard to your time, your energy, your money. Why is the Six of Pentacles here, Spirit? That's too many cards. Like, I'll take one or two, but I don't need six. Thank you, angels, spirits, and guides. Ooh. Okay, there's still 3 cards. This deck today has been pulling a lot of cards. I think it just has a lot to say. Again, 3 cards. I will take 2, Spirit. If you've got lots of messages for Aries, that's fine. But I don't want this reading to be exponentially long. You know what I'm saying? All right. Why is the Ace of Wands in reverse here, Spirit? Why is the Ace of Wands in reverse? Why is the Sun in reverse, Spirit? Why is the Sun in reverse? Okay. Well, you know, something I do like to mention when there are a lot of cards in reverse is not necessarily negative, but it can point to an internalized energy. And I think, honestly, Aries, that makes a lot of sense because of all of the retrograding planets we've got at this moment. As I mentioned, Venus retrograde in Leo is coming up on July 22nd, and then we'll have 7 planets in retrograde, like Pluto. I'm trying to think of all of the ones. Saturn, I think. Okay. I may pull some additional cards, but I want to sit with, you know, the initial energy that we've got here for you, Aries. So it looks like during the month of August, Aries, you're definitely reassessing your time, your energy, your resources, your money. It's clarified by the Four of Cups, but the Four of Cups is in reverse, which I like. So when the Four of Cups is upright, this is about, you know, focusing on situations that have not really been working out, haven't really been emotionally fulfilling, and because of that focus, right, and the frustration, you miss what the divine is trying to provide to you, or the blessings that are right in front of your face. This is in reverse. So I would say that as you are during the month of August, Aries, working to balance out how you are investing your time, energy, money, you are coming out of a way of looking at life that perhaps may have distracted you from really realizing the blessings and opportunities that the universe is providing to you. So I think that's amazing, right? Like reassessing, you know, who am I spending my time with? How am I investing my energy? What am I spending my money on? And how can I learn to be grateful for what I already have so that I'm not leaking energy, I'm not leaking resources by being focused on the wrong thing. That's super, super positive, Aries. So I'm really happy to see that. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse, clarified by the Page of Wands in reverse. So Wands energy, that's fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is, if this was upright, right, this is new, passionate beginnings forward, starting something new. They're in reverse. So you may, as you're working through this, like, how am I investing my time? Who are the people I'm spending time with? Like, what should I be grateful for, right? You know, let me work with what I have. You may be feeling a bit of a blockage, right? Like you may not be sure how to move forward. You may be potentially dealing with some insecurity about starting over, about starting fresh, about starting a new path. I don't know, you know, if this is career or love. There are, you know, there's a decent amount of wand energy here. There's also cup energy. You know, this could just be a general sense of like really reassessing your life so that you can determine, right, for yourself, Aries, like, why am I feeling blocked? Why am I feeling blocked in moving forward and pursuing this new project, this new relationship, this new endeavor, whatever it is, right? Why am I feeling so insecure about starting new, being a beginner, right? Like, and I know, you know, Aries is the first sign in the astrological wheel. If you set aside the Gregorian calendar, right? Pisces is the end, Aries is the beginning. I'm a Pisces sun, rising Aries moon, right? So like, there might be some intimidation about starting a new path forward. And that's okay, Aries, okay? Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with taking the time to really like sit with yourself, to assess like where you're investing your time, your energy, your money. What do you need to be grateful for? And why are you feeling blocked? Why is there a delay? You know, delays or perceived delays, right, often are working to our advantage, whether or not it is to stop you from making a hasty decision, which, you know, with my Pisces and Aries placements, I understand the challenge of being spontaneous and going with your feeling. Sometimes it can lead us astray. So I think that like, whatever blockages you might be feeling, whether it is like just not feeling the momentum, the inspiration, or having some insecurities about your path forward, like sit with that, Aries. Like, remind yourself of everything that you have already accomplished to this point, and remember the last time you started something new. And I'm sure you were successful at it, Aries. I have a lot of really close Aries friends. They are very passionate. They are very creative. And you know, I've never known an Aries to not trust their own intuition and gut instinct. And, you know, the Aries individuals that I know in my life are highly successful because they're very motivated. And so like, I know that for Aries, you know, to feel a lack of motivation, to feel a lack of clarity, and to feel insecure is it's a big challenge, right? It's not, you don't feel comfortable there, but these seasons come for a reason. These perceived delays come for a reason, to help us to learn to sit with ourselves, to help us learn how to trust divine timing, right? Pardon me as I hydrate. And then the next card we have is the Sun in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Now, the Sun is a card of Leo, and as I mentioned, we are moving into Leo season on July 22nd. So you may continue to feel, right, as we move into Leo season, Aries, that like you're not quite feeling yourself. You might be feeling a bit emotionally unstable. Your emotions may be getting the best of you. You might be triggered. I don't know by what, right? Like, I don't know if it's like there's something, like I said, there's something new. There's a new project, a new job, a new potential love interest, whatever it is. Like, you're definitely dealing with a bit of insecurity. You are dealing with your emotions being all over the place. And because of that, you may feel the need to withdraw, which is never a bad thing, right? Like, taking time away to sit with yourself, to sit with your emotions, to better understand yourself and why you're feeling the way you're feeling is really important. And I think especially with this Venus retrograde in Leo, right? Assessing what have you learned from your past relationships, whether they're work relationships, family relationships, friendships, romantic connections. Like, what have you learned from your past relationships and connections? And how have you grown and changed? And potentially what emotions, triggers are continuing to make you feel not quite as stable as you would like, right? Ultimately, right, we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. So things are going to be turning in your favor in August. I have a feeling that this is going to be later in the month, and the beginning of the month is going to be a lot of you taking time away from the people and the places that you've been giving your time and energy to, because you were trying to reconnect with your inner self, your inner guidance, and to better understand your own feelings about whatever situation you're working through here. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Moon in reverse and the Nine of Swords. So your intuition may be feeling blocked. I continue to get this energy of like, you're feeling a bit insecure. You're having a hard time trusting yourself, right? You are having sleepless nights. You're overthinking. And what I would say is that, you know, as I mentioned, right, Aries being the first in the zodiac, being the entrepreneur, the innovator, you know, the person that's always ready to charge forward. You feeling insecure, stuck, blocked, emotionally unstable, and like you don't really know how you're feeling or which way to go. This is not an energy that Aries is comfortable in. I don't think anybody is, but in particular, you know, Aries are very self-assured, and you know, they are inherently very confident people. And so when a situation comes up that makes you start to pull yourself back and to be hesitant and to lose your motivation to move forward because you're feeling insecure and unsure and unclear, it's very, very uncomfortable. But as I mentioned, Aries, these seasons in our lives come for a reason. And very clearly, this time to yourself, this time of feeling like there's a block, I think it's going to be preparing you emotionally for this Tower that's coming. Now, Tower can be a card that many people fear, understandably. The Tower comes as a result of situations, whether it is work, a romantic relationship, a friendship, that was not built on a firm foundation, but it can be very unexpected and cause a lot of chaos and turmoil. And, you know, like Five of Pentacles being left out in the cold, there could be some impact to your finances. Like it's worth mentioning, right? We've got Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. So there's a lot of chaos just, you know, collectively, globally around finances. So I don't know if this is like a job ending or a relationship ending that either has a direct impact on you financially, or if it's just the fear of what this ending means, right? Because sometimes the Five of Pentacles is actually like, you know, you are losing money, resources are leaking, right? But it can also just be a feeling, a fear, because of this situation. And I think it's very interesting that we started the reading with the Six of Pentacles, and then the last card is the Five of Pentacles. So I think that this time at the beginning of August, Aries, is going to really help you to assess how best to appreciate and best utilize the resources and abundance that you already have, and that it's actually smart and wise to take some time away. Maybe not spending as much money going out, taking some time to meditate and to better understand why you're feeling blocked. And coming to this place of like, whatever's happening, right? This Tower, whatever it is, whatever ending is coming, it is actually happening for your highest good, even if it feels really crappy. I'm going to pull some additional cards, go a little bit deeper. Angel, spirits, and guides, what additional insights do you have for Aries? Just kind of, okay. I may pull a few additional ones, but let's just sit with this. So I kind of have a feeling, Aries, that this may have to do with a family dynamic, romantic relationship, or like close friends that you consider family. That you are not feeling like things are working out, and this may be as a result of the Tower, right? That like this Tower is coming because the situation is not actually working, and sometimes Aries, we can become very comfortable with the way things are. And we don't want to move. We don't want to change. We don't want to, leave the job, leave the friendship, walk away from the romantic relationship because we feel like we've invested so much time and energy into it. But then we start to feel like something isn't quite right here and I'm not really clear on what it is. And then all of a sudden there is a situation externally that forces this ending, and you are forced to acknowledge that this situation, this relationship that you were in actually wasn't working. And once that happens, you're actually going to start to feel the momentum come back to you to move forward. And this is a card of Cancer, so I feel like the momentum is building now, but this ending has to come in order to help you move forward. Now we have the Hangman, but it's in reverse. So you definitely are going to be struggling during the month of August, Aries, with changing your perspective. I think that you're going to be struggling with letting go. You're going to be struggling with this shift in your energy and in your relationship dynamics. But understand that this is actually happening for you, not to you. I know that perspective can be extremely challenging when we're used to being in a victim mentality. When we've gone through trauma, we can start to believe that things will never work out for us. I think you're avoiding some inner child healing. Aries, again, like I said at the beginning of the reading, you have free will, so you can change this, right? Like you can acknowledge, yeah, I do have a tendency to have a victim mentality and to be a woe is me and to be focused on the negative and to have a hard time letting go of things that actually aren't working, right? And maybe, you're struggling with doing that inner child healing of reminding right? Because for me, this has always been a card of inner child healing. You see this adult that's providing this cup to this child, right? That it's full of material abundance and emotional stability and love and care and all of this, but it's in reverse. So I think that you're going to be struggling with your perspective during the month of August because of these challenging endings and the way that it's making you feel, because it is going to trigger old trauma, old abandonment wounds, right? But you have, like I said, you have the free will to work through that, right? To decide okay, this perspective isn't actually helping me, right? Believing that the world is against me, believing that nobody loves me and no one's going to love me for who I am, that's going to become the story of my life if I believe it, because it's true. Whatever you believe will be true, Aries. So if you believe that the world is against you, if you believe that you're unlovable, if you believe that unless this particular romantic relationship works out, that you're worthless, if you believe that, it's going to be true. It's not actually true, but you get to decide your own reality, right? And you can decide to change your perspective. You can decide to do inner child healing. You can work with a life coach. You can start going to therapy. You can invest in various self-development and spiritual tools to help you break past your own mental, psychological, emotional blockages, right? Because these transitions in life, Aries, are not easy. But the situation that you've been investing in is not bearing fruit. It's not actually giving you a return on your investment, Aries. And I think deep down you know that. But you've definitely been struggling with walking away from this situation, this relationship. And because you've been staying in a situation that's actually not aligned with you and what you are, it's like, side note on manifestation. Manifestation is not making 3 wishes with a genie. It's not a magic trick. It actually requires work. First, you have to set an intention, right? But you could say, oh, I want to be in a healthy, aligned, romantic relationship with somebody who's my equal. You could say that all you want, Aries. But if you then continue to date somebody that is not your equal, not where you're at in life, not able to actually provide you with the emotional, mental, psychological, spiritual level that you need in order to be fulfilled in the relationship, you're sending mixed signals to the universe. And if you continue to be in relationship dynamics with individuals that actually if you were to sit down and talk about like, this is my dream relationship, but then the person you're dating does not embody any of that, but the sex is good, right? You're going to keep getting what you say you don't want. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does this make sense to you? It's like our actions and our words need to be aligned in order to manifest. We can't just say, universe, bring me this partnership that I've always wanted, but I'm going to keep dating people that are not actually my equal and can't actually give me what I want because that's safe for me. You're going to keep getting it, and you're not a victim. That's just a decision you're making. And these things are not easy. These lessons, this inner child healing, this, personal accountability, this is hard work. But you can decide to do it if you want to actually take your power back and improve your life, Aries. You have the free will to do that, and you have the strength and the capacity. This is not your first rodeo. You've done this before. Yeah, you are in a battle with yourself, with the inner conflict, with, fighting your demons. One more card, Spirit. With getting aligned. Yeah, you're going to continue to have a hard time with knowing how to move forward if you are investing in people and relationships that are actually not aligned with you. You're blocking yourself. One more card, Spirit. One more card. But you will have an opportunity to come together with people that want to help you. Friends that call you out on your BS, Aries, those are good friends. It may be comfortable to hang out with individuals that stroke your ego and tell you what you want to hear, but true friends are going to help you grow and expand, which means that you're going to have to confront your own BS and the ways that you're blocking yourself. It's not going to be easy, but if anyone is capable of it, Aries, it's you. I have faith in you. I'm going to leave it there, but I'm going to pull one card from the Animal Spirit deck to close this out. What final messages do you have for Aries, Spirit? Thank you, angel, spirits, and guides. Oop. We don't need 15 cards, just one. Thank you, Spirit. Just one card to close out. Let's go. Buffalo. All right, I'm going to read from the book, so just bear with me one moment. Buffalo. Okay. Grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual, the hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise toward heaven. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time, and may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. When in balance, trusting, pure presence. When out of balance, restless, lacks gratitude. To bring into balance, prayer and bhakti, Bhakti. I don't know, I've not seen that word before. Yeah, so August is definitely going to be challenging for you, Aries. You have a lot of inner work that you need to focus on. You have a lot of blockages that you need to address, ways of thinking, ways of being, and just understand that if you are operating from a place of fear, that's going to guide you in the direction you don't want to go. You have to trust that whatever perceived blockages or endings that maybe you didn't want, they are happening for you, not to you. And if you can find the inner strength to alchemize these challenges and these endings, there's almost nothing that you can't accomplish in this life, Aries. But understand that divine timing has nothing to do with earthly timing. And whatever you are trying to manifest, understand that the universe typically has something better for you, but you have to be open to shifting and changing even when it's very uncomfortable. I hope these messages resonated for you, Aries, and I will see you next time. Bye.